Hello and welcome to the Worst Movie Ever Made, an experimental movie podcast designed with one thing in mind, to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Hockman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci. We're not joined by Bob Hasek. I don't know what the hell's happening to him. He's MIA. Hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah. I think my pick that won the poll, Idle Hands, the movie we're talking about this week, finally pushed him over the edge.
That could be.
Yeah, I think he cut his own hands off and then used his stumps to cut his legs off. Yeah. And then he got some microwave burritos, as is tradition.
I get. Are you explaining the movie this week then, or am I? I don't even know.
I'll explain it. Okay,
yeah,
so
take a crack at it.
Devon Sawa plays a man-child named Antoine. He lives with his parents. They are murdered brutally while he's sleeping. But he's such a stoned slacker that he doesn't realize they're dead for like a week.
That's true.
And then his friends come over and let him know about a bunch of serial killings that have happened. And then he finds out that his hand actually killed everybody. And then he kills his friends. And then they come back from the dead. And then they chase their hand around for a while. And then the guy from The Offspring gets his head ripped off. And that's about it.
Which is pretty cool. Gotta say.
Yeah.
I just realized also that I'm looking at my notes and not my outline. So I'm gonna find that while you throw it to YouTube.
Sure. Welcome to YouTube, where the comment section is full of
cancer-infested rats. It's a very dangerous snake. It'll kill anybody it comes in contact with.
All right, I got
That's
a bunch.
Really good.
I got a bunch, and they're an accurate readout to the to what we're getting into. Yeah. Nostalgia overload. ... The memories just watching this. Had to rent it. Thanks. Smiling pink devil emoji. Smiling sunglasses emoji. Next comment. I always come back and watch this movie about 3 times a year. Next comment. Best movie ever to watch any day. I miss those days. Anyways, LOL. Next comment. I watched this over and over again as a teenager because I fell in love with Devon Sawa and Casper. I never understood any of the weed bits or his behaviors around it. Now, years later, I'm a recovered pothead and I finally get it. And it's hysterical. Kind of makes me want some weed again. And then an old school emoji with the colon and a capital P.
Oh.
This comment's perplexing to me.
Okay.
Awesome movie vibe. Amazing Jessica Alba. I got 2 more. I was listening to Santeria by Sublime and watched that 70s show this morning and saw Seth Green, and something told me I had to watch this movie. Once again, that's the prime demographic here.
Yeah, for sure.
And then last one. This one also makes no sense to me. Discovered hand glow ... Sunsetting sound badass idle hands.
Yeah, okay.
So they've all smoked themselves retarded, and they love this movie.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so you know what the viewing audience is for this one. Let's throw it to test number 1, the worst of its kind.
Some bad news and some good news.
I've got some good news and I've got some bad news.
We got some bad news.
This movie is the worst of its kind.
All right.
That's for sure, Bob. Thanks for joining. Honey with Jessica Alba. Haven't seen that one, but a 21 there must be really bad. I don't know what it's about. I don't care. The Faculty. We know something about that. Where can they find that episode?
www.theworstmovieevermade.com, and you click the Spotify or the iTunes button, or you can go on YouTube, and that's also there next to the email button.
Yeah. That's Cleo Duvall and Josh Hartnett, a 56 there. Wild Things with Kevin Bacon, I guess, and Nev Campbell. I haven't seen that, actually. 64 there.
Okay.
Final Destination, Devon Sawa again, and Ali Larder, a 36. And then finally, Constantine with Keanu Reeves. That is a 46. So not a very strong average of 44.6. What do you think Idle Hands came in with, Rob?
It's got to be like a 7%.
Well, double that, just about to 15. For a negative 29.6 and worst. It's not the worst score we've ever seen, but it's the first of the season, so it's going to win this episode at least.
All right.
That's what we have for that test, so we're going to throw it to test number 2. And this one, we're going to do a limerick, and we're going to sum up. This is what, season 20?
Like 42.
No, it's gonna be in the 20s.
Yeah, 23.
Okay. Yeah. So let's take it away for test number 2. Ain't that a pitch?
So tell me the truth, Don, about Red. How's his stuff?
Great. It's got 4 inches.
4 inches? That's not so hot.
Yes, it is. I measured him from the ground up.
Well, isn't that a bitch? This movie had me. Do you want me to go first? I just started reading. I don't know why.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it up.
This movie had me for the first 15 minutes. Sarcastic overtones and sublime had me in it. But shortly thereafter, I was not filled with laughter. In fact, I grabbed a peeler in my left hand and started to skin it.
All right. So mine's the exact opposite of yours.
Okay.
Devon Sawa murders his parents and friends. It's not of his own volition, however, but rather his right hand. He manages to mention that he could easily light up, change channels, and relieve tension. What a brilliant piece of cinema from beginning to end.
Yes, of course. I say we go with Bob's pitch, and we give him a 2.5.
Let's tank it. Let's tank this movie.
Yeah.
That's a tribute to Bob, because he hated this movie so much that he quit the show.
True. I hope everything's okay, Bob.
And we got a really good sponsor coming up too, so he's not getting the ad revenue anymore. We're splitting that.
Yeah, true. Let's take him out of that one. Yeah, for sure. But for now, test number 3, the most offensive.
Yeah, you know where this is going, right?
I hope so.
Well, Jimmy John, all I said was
saddles
go deep, and white guys keep them out if you can't on 2. Jimmy, motherfucker's crazy, but you sure can throw. That's it from here in Molokai, Hawaii. Back to you
with the most offensive. A good song, so I just let it go. Yeah,
that was really funny. All right, we're doing a 5-1 countdown this time, and going forward, same way as we do the dialogue. I think that's the way to go. It's the worst movie ever made. We're going to do the top 5 most offensive things, starting with the least offensive. Number 5, pushing puppies and flinging felines, otherwise known as animal abuse in this movie. And I don't remember seeing anything about how there weren't any animals harmed in the making of. So
yeah, he whipped that cat around.
yeah, he did. And he was pushing the puppy means what happens in the beginning is he's scared. So I actually was laughing at it, but he pushes his dog around the corner first, like to as a shield, which I thought was pretty funny. Number 4, accidental ass grab, accolades. Yeah. So he in his idle hand grabbed Jessica Alba's ass, and it's definitely offensive, but she takes kindly to it somehow.
She's into it despite how aggressive and deep of a grab it was.
It was all the way in there. Yeah.
He definitely got a finger up there.
Yeah, he was feeling around for sure. Number 3, handsy hand hanging off the hooters.
Yep.
So as you might remember, in the car, the hand that is cut off and has a mind of its own. What is cousin? It? That's not it, right? What's the hand's name in Addams Family?
I don't know. What's Addams Family hand? Let's see.
It? Yeah, cousin. It. The Thing.
Just Thing.
A Thing. Okay, so Thing style. It crawls into this car, sees a rocking pair of boobies, and grabs on. Even though it's a murderous hand, it decides it's going to get some handsy grabs first, which is no good. Not in my book. Number 2, tricking Tanya into near necrophilia. So the guy's name is Nub. Don't know why. It's P-N-U-B. I thought that was pretty strange.
Oh, it's P-Nub.
P-Nub.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I no. Just because every stoner has like one dumb, and like a collective of stoner friends, they always have like one dumb name.
Yeah,
like, I'm Robbie Nutso, and you're Psycho Pompous, right?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that, Robbie Nutso. But what happens here is Nub is actually dead. He has his head like propped back on, and he's got duct tape around it, but it's okay because it looks like a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
And so it looks like a really good one because he actually is undead. He and Seth Green both are zombies in this movie, and they go to the school dance, and this girl that Nub is into thinks it's so cool that she wants to dance with him, and then they're making out, and he's totally going to close the deal, so to speak, as a dead dude, and that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, and even Seth Green's character, what's his name? It's like Mikey or something stupid, but he's just like, dude, no, that's fucking gross.
Yeah,
like they're aware of it. Yeah,
they are aware of how messed up that would be. And we're gonna throw it to a clip for number 1 because it's even more fucked up than Near and Necrophilia. This one is F word.
Break time. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the big 5 with the spicy safari fries, the African apple turnover, and the raspberry rainforest shake. Slap some extra mustard on that jungle burger for me, will you?
Tell me everything you know about the devil.
Anton? Are you out of your fucking mind?
You listen to that satanic music all the time. You must have picked up something on the guy.
Look, it's just music. Like Mozart and that other fag,
Let's keep it clean. Who, Beethoven?
Yeah, that's the guy. Look, it's just like
Beethoven
their music,
and
only louder.
You gotta know something. I'm desperate.
Oh, man.
Here! It's my hand, okay? It's like it's got a mind of its own. It makes me do things I don't want it to do.
Oh, yeah, man? I used to be like that. Get into all kinds of stupid shit.
He called Beethoven an F slur.
Yes, he did. And
Mozart and that other F word.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. Yeah. But that's actually not the first or last sense of homophobia in this movie, which I very much don't appreciate. It's very offensive. Don't like it. Can't believe that was in there. Why don't we throw it to your ad read, and we'll hope that Bob wakes up from his undead status and joins us.
Sure.
Rob can sell you anything from
kinky sex
to
the midgets and the wimps.
In Rob's ad read.
Today's episode of The Worst Movie Ever Made is brought to you by Rob Scucci's live-streamed suicide while watching The Marvels 6 weeks from now. Will Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 bring him back from the brink of saying, this time I'm really going to fucking do it? Or will Captain Marvel push him over the edge and make him brush his teeth with buckshot and bleach? Stick around and find out.
Jesus Christ. All right, cool.
Dude, just some foreshadowing. The Eternals.
Yeah.
It broke me. That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
I heard it was terrible.
It's fucking... The criticisms of the movie, even on like the Wikipedia page from like actual critics, it's like the runtime was one of the biggest points of contention.
Well, how long is it?
2 hours and 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, if it sucks and it's really long, that's extra fucked up. So
yeah.
All right, let's throw it to test number 4: the worst acting.
Acting or dialogue?
Dialogue. I wrote acting twice.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Where the hell did that snake come from?
Did you believe up through the toilet?
Just when you thought it was safe to take a pee.
That's really bad dialogue.
Bob?
Oh, right.
Is Bob back?
No.
Oh, that was just the bumper, huh?
That was the bumper. That was a Bob bumper.
Sounded like Bob was on the toilet for that one.
He's almost there with us for a second.
Yeah.
It was just a royal flush.
Nice. Yeah, let's keep giving him shit because he's not here and we don't know why. Number
5.
All right. We love it when the movie itself uses its namesake. You're going to hear that in number 5. Take it away with Idle Hands.
Look, the trick is to keep yourself busy. That's why I'm always working on the board. It keeps me out of trouble. Idle hands are the devil's playground.
Keep my hands busy. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Thanks, Randy. You're the coolest.
So what, do you like knit now?
Don't take this the wrong way, Anton, but you look really queer doing that.
Randy broke it down for me. Idle hands are the devil's playpen, so I'm thinking, you know, keep my hands occupied, right?
Oh man, that saying's not literal. It's more like, you know.
Metaphorical?
Right.
What's your opinion on Rob Zombie? Because I think he's got nothing but bangers.
Yeah, I kind of like him, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like he's his own hype man, you know?
Yeah, true. He is. But I don't know. I like White Zombie maybe a little better.
Yeah. But it's all stripper music. It's all stripper music.
That's true.
At the end
it
of
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, gritty stripper music.
Yeah.
That was another instance of homophobia there. How cool is that? All right, number...
Going with the pattern here.
4. This is Baby. What?
Look, I can't do the dancing, okay? I'm sorry. My parents, they're gonna be home in a few minutes, and if they see the mess I made doing my costume, they'll kill me. Look, I won't be too long, and I'll meet you there.
Something wrong?
Look, you need to go there. You need to go now, and you can't stop for anything till you're inside with everyone else, okay?
You wouldn't stand me up, would you?
Not a chance, baby snakes.
What?
It's from your lyric book, remember?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I guess.
Iconic.
Absolutely hate it. Okay, number 3. All right, Rob, let's see you defend this one. This is wearing me out.
Ant? They were killed by ants? Please don't be stupid. Do you have, like, an evil ant? Holy shit! Are those ears? Earrings? They're both left. You know what that means?
Elstein twins.
The killer was wearing your shirt.
The killer was wearing me.
Oh.
I'm the killer.
And I'm gonna call 911. What's the number?
Okay, there's a number of issues. First of all, his hand wasn't glowing until, with the glow paint that said I'm under the bed, until that very point in the movie, and it's been a while at this point. The 911 joke's been done before.
And it's
like
not
on The Simpsons
funny.
and stuff. Probably Seth Green's best acting in a movie.
Yeah, maybe.
Like he did seem like scared, but like no, I see where you're coming from, Chris.
The killer is wearing me.
Yeah.
For some reason, they both left ears are missing. The Fulston twins are connected somehow. I don't know how. They don't explain that. Maybe there was a scene shot where they do.
No, there was a news bumper saying the two twins were missing.
Yeah, but why are they connected to two left ears? Did they explain that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that it was two left means it came from two different people, and they somehow, even though they're stupid, were able to put it together. I'm giving it too much credit because I love this movie.
But it was with onion rings, so earrings, but for no reason.
Yeah.
And it starts, the dad or something was writing Anton, but only got Ant out. And then Seth Green was like, do you have an evil aunt?
Yeah. Which is weird because it's pronounced aunt everywhere but New Jersey, and they're not in New Jersey. I know that because that's where I'm from.
Yeah, and it's not spelled.
My family, yeah.
It's not spelled aunt either.
Yeah, so you're starting to make a lot of sense, Chris.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, man. Yeah, this shit's terrible. Number.
We're on 2, right?
2. This you might defend, I guess. I don't know. It sounds like the songbook was your deal. So this is Gumshoes.
So, nothing cooler than a chick bass guitar player. Especially one that writes her own lyrics. I mean...
You read them?
I couldn't help looking in the book. They're amazing, you know? Look, I even got my favorites memorized. Devil girl with nothing to lose. She got wind in her hair and gum on her shoes. Huh?
I was like 13 when I wrote that.
Hell well. Amazing.
Thanks.
It was poorly delivered, but the joke is funny because he thought like the shit she wrote a long time ago was profound, even though like she probably has better lyrics. Like
super young. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also it starts with, I couldn't help it because the lyrics are amazing, but you wouldn't know that unless you read the book. So like, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
A lot about this movie doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but you're supposed to watch it when you're really, 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 really high.
Well, I wasn't, and I hated it.
Oh, well, that makes one of us.
Yeah. Number
1, Daddy.
This is...
I thought the added reverb was a nice touch. You know what? Fuck it.
Very much. Sticking it to the audience, Rob. That's our way. Until they make fun of us and we get upset about it.
www.theworstmovieevermade.com.
This is Druidic Priestess.
So what brings you to bowling?
You don't want to know.
No, seriously. I'm interested.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Here it goes. I come from a long line of druidic priestesses sworn to fight a certain evil force that possesses the laziest fuck-up it can find. It will kill as many people as possible, and then drag a free soul into the netherworld.
That's some weighty shit there.
Yeah. Here's the kicker. I actually have the one thing that can stop this from happening. I just need to find the poor bastard whose hand is possessed.
Weird. Hey, earlier today, this guy Anton, he told me that his hand was doing stuff that he didn't want it to do.
Don't you fuck with me, mister.
He's up there, kitten. I'm telling you the truth. This guy was freaked.
Show me where he lives.
I love how much you hate this. This guy was freaked.
Yeah, what was that? Vivica A. Fox is the wrong person to deliver that.
Yeah.
She is not a good actress. That could have been bad acting. But she's a druidic priestess that has the thing that can stop it. A demon is going to possess the laziest person ever and then go into the person's hand, and then she's going to stab it with a sword or something. And it's just, why do we, I feel like it was a big misstep too. I feel like giving the backstory to villains often ruins the villain.
Yeah.
So having this druidic priestess backstory is awful.
They could have done much better because like she saw the news report and she's like, oh shit. And then she does the map with the pentagram and like flees to their town. Mm-hmm. And like they could have like done more showing and not telling. Absolutely. But then you wouldn't have gotten he was freaked. You know, which is the best part of that entire exchange.
It might be the worst. I don't know. I don't feel like that guy was as bad as Vivica A. Fox, but that delivery was insane. All right, let's throw it to Chris, who's going to take over for test number 5, the worst production, because I'm not going to let Rob make it the best production. I'm just not.
Okay. I'm very proud of this bumper, by the way.
Okay.
All right, everybody. That was a great production. Good job, everybody. Let's get this premiere ready, guys. We did it.
In a pig's ass.
Seen a pig's ass?
Yeah.
the worst production.
Right. I love that bumper, dude. All right, so I took the time to write one down just in case Bob was pooping or sleeping or puking or whatever he's doing. And here it is, inconsistent curse. This drove me absolutely out of my mind, Rob.
Yeah.
There are times where the hand will agree to knit or agree to put on a safari hat so that he can further his cause to defeat the hand. It's infuriating because sometimes he can beat it and sometimes he can't, and it's only when it's convenient to the plot can he not, or can he? And that I think you cannot do, especially to someone like me who thinks about that shit. But at times the hand is helpful.
Yeah.
And at others, it's a killing monster, disease thing that it is. And the fact that it's totally inconsistent ruined what was otherwise a bad movie anyway. So who the fuck cares? Inconsistent curse. That's what I have, Rob. Do you want to add anything to that before we throw it to the worst acting?
No, you're right. See, it's nostalgia for me. This came out when I was, 10 or 11?
Yeah.
And so there's that it has that going for it, but also it's, I don't know, it's a horror comedy. I don't think you're supposed to go in with high expectations, right?
No, you're not. And they couldn't meet those.
Yeah, fair.
Let's throw it to
whenever I talk to you, Chris, I start to realize I'm an idiot. But I still stand behind that. I'm gonna watch this movie again probably. I think because Bob's not here, maybe we'll do another Idle Hands episode next week.
All right, I'll just come back with the same notes and I'll just say them backwards in a druidic curse, ritualistic sex, ceremony, and we'll see what happens.
All right.
Okay, throw through test number 6, the worst acting.
You should get in, Rowdy. The water is great.
Are you kidding? I've got better things to do with my body temperature.
Like act in a bad movie.
All right.
Okay, number
1.
This is cool.
Why are you doing this, Anton? I don't know. It's me, Panam, I'm your buddy. I know who you are. I don't want to hurt you. Then don't! It's not me. It's my hand. It's like I have no control over my hand. Ah! I don't know how much longer I can hold it. Run! I will. Get out of my way. Just go. It's gonna be okay, Anton. I'm not gonna do it, man. I swear. Everything's gonna be cool, man. Everything's gonna be.
The fact that his head is... The fact that his head is able to say that afterwards, I don't know, that could be, I guess, but you would never. I guess that's supposed to be funny.
Funny thing, The Offspring re-recorded the song Beheaded for this movie, which came out originally in 1999. And one of the lyrics is, the way her body's severed in two, her vocal cords are gonna be hard to use.
Wow.
So that's a contradiction right there. I'm agreeing with you. So yeah, oversight. They didn't read those lyrics, I guess.
Yeah, it didn't. I guess not. That's a really good point, Rob. That's pretty cool. Which was the name of the clip. But yeah, also just watching Devon Sawa do the hand thing like he's Jim Carrey with the claw in Liar Liar. Only not even that good. Really was frustrating to me.
I was actually about to say, I thought it was pretty good. I thought he delivered the spazzing out pretty well, like especially with the cat.
Yeah, the cat part was funny.
Because just the fact that he is playing it pretty straight faced, and he's just like, whipping around all willy-nilly.
The poor kitty. All right, let's throw it to number 2. This is a very short clip, but it deserves to be here. This one's Mission.
Move it, people!
people, let's go! Some of us are on serious missions here. There's evil out there, and I gotta kick its ass!
She's so bad. She's so bad, I hate her.
Yeah.
Number 3. This is To Hell With Her.
Fuck, Debbie!
The host of evil must die!
Isn't that knife a little extreme, kitten?
Oh.
You're not going anywhere, you evil hosting fuckstick! Nobody touches my board!
Nobody touches
Come on, Debbie! Give him what for!
Wait! I'm not a host. Okay? Look, the evil was in my hand, all right? I cut it off, okay?
Oh, shit! You let it loose? That was probably a mistake.
No kidding. And now it's after my girlfriend.
You got a girlfriend?
I gotta stop it. All right, it's out for blood.
Oh, that ain't all it's out for. If your girl's the one it's after, then at midnight, it's taking her to hell.
Hell?
All right, so Vivica A. Fox is just bad, and they somehow miss the fact that that Anton doesn't have a hand.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she already
yeah.
in the bar the bowling alley details that she knows it's going to be in his hand, but then he cut his hand off and she's still trying to kill him. And one of his buddies doesn't even notice.
I chalked it up to the fact that they thought it was a Halloween costume because they were at a Halloween dance, Chris. Explain that.
All right, that's fair.
I love how he's got like the stump wrapped up, like it's like and he pulls it off and it's like the same length stump, so like it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So that's where I found the humor is like it's like so obvious, but like they're like, oh, that's right.
Oh, gee.
Like the guy, the evil Walmart guy on South Park when he peels his mustache off and he's like, now you see me for who I really am.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just starts
stomping around. Yeah. All right, let's throw it to number 4. Number 4. And this one is called Resolution ?
Ah, Mighty Joe Bong.
That's it? That's it? No explosions? No hellfire? No... I mean, no, I'm glad everybody's all right, but yeah, that was weak.
Well, my work here is done. Time for the ritualistic sex. You coming?
You are a pistol.
Hello? I'm still up here.
Thanks, Nick. Your butt. As usual, marijuana saves an otherwise disastrous day.
Okay, so I have a lot of problems with the resolution here, but I also felt like the acting was just a poo.
It doesn't help that like they had like an Everclear song or whoever the fuck that is.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's supposed to be like, okay, now everything's gonna be
okay.
Fine. Yeah, and the guy that plays Nub is like, marijuana saves another.
P-Nub. It's P-Nub, Chris.
It can't be P-Nub.
Dude, they say P-Nub.
No way.
They do.
That's a lie.
He goes to P-Nub's house and he's like, I thought you didn't have a bag. He's like, oh, it turns out I did. After like they tell him to smoke nutmeg and oregano.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah. All right. I will take your word for it. And I'll trust you since you've seen it more than once. I've seen
this movie 28 times.
Okay, so it must be P-Nub. Fine. Okay, let's. I'm gonna try my hand at giving us a fact or no fact. See if you can figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with fact or no fact.
Confucius say, man with deadly hands must be very careful while slapping on aftershave.
Fact or no fact?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to do 1 lie.
Yep.
And 4 facts.
All right.
And you, Rob, are going to have to sniff out the lie. Are you ready?
I am born ready.
Okay, the dog in the beginning was a dog actor in Road Trip as well.
Okay.
Devon Sawa actually didn't have a driver's license during the filming of Idle Hands. I'm also going to just keep track of everything I'm saying to you. Not to try to give the scene where Randy hits on Tanya as she mourns the murdered fast food twins is a lot weirder than you might think. It turns out that Noseworthy and Wright are half siblings in real life and didn't find out until they met on set. Okay, so Randy and the girl he's hitting on are actually twins. Didn't know it. Or siblings or something.
Yeah. All right. So that's a lie right there because you just fucked up.
Okay. All right. The title is based on Idle Hands Are the Devil's Playthings.
Yep.
And Idle Hands was filmed in the same neighborhood as The Nightmare on Elm Street.
I want to go with number 3 because you fucked up.
Well, I was still... Okay, so the dog was in Road Trip. Okay. Sawa did not have his driver's license.
Yeah.
Whatever I just said for number 4 is also true.
Yeah.
So it comes down to 5 and 3, and turns out that Randy and the girl he was hitting on were actually siblings.
Oh,
that is true. I just was scrolling and forgot whether it said twins or siblings, and just fucked it up. Idle Hands was actually filmed in the same neighborhood as Halloween, so that was a little Chris-foolery for you.
Oh, Chris-foolery doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I just felt that we should have segments here, and that's a little extra knowledge for everybody at home. I'm sorry that I fucked that one up on you, Rob. I think I definitely fooled you accidentally there.
You know, who fucked it up really? Bob fucked it up.
Bob fucked it up pretty bad.
We love you, Bob.
Bob, we love you. Stop pooping and rejoin the podcast, would you?
We hope you're not losing your hand to a bagel cutter.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, we do hope. We hope your hand's okay. All right, let's throw it to the catch-all.
If brains were birchin, you'd have a clean cage.
Yeah! Welcome to the catch-all.
That music is me and our friend Matt, very drunk in my parents' basement in like 2008.
Yeah, dope. And Matt's a cool guy. Hey, Matt, I hope you're listening. Okay, back-to-back jack-o'-lantern opening. I thought that was cool. In Halloween, we opened with a jack-o'-lantern. In Idle Hands, we opened with a jack-o'-lantern. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Horrifying in-home decor. And I don't mean like the Halloween stuff. I mean their bedroom wall is like red with like a flower design that really was off-putting to look at. But also the hallways were green.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I would have killed my parents too. I get it. Jessica Alba's helmet is just funny.
Yeah.
You know, when she's riding by in that like tiny little motorcycle with that little helmet that looks like Jack Black in like that Rock video game or whatever. It's just fun. You can't just not go to school. Like they were joking maybe about him not going to school for 6 months in a row. I mean, even if he was there a little bit here and there, like they'd either expel him or have a health and safety check on him.
They would do a wellness check. I can't speak for attendance, but I do know people that were just pushed through because there's someone in my chemistry class who had like a 7 average, but he was he was such a, I'll tell you off air who it was, but he was such a fucking menace.
Yeah.
I think they just pushed him through and he graduated.
They just didn't want him.
He wasn't held back. He didn't ever get suspended, but like she went through our teacher went through all the averages and skipped his name, and he's just sitting in the back going, "What did I get? You got a 7. You got a 7.
Oh my god, man, that's like idle hands on Rotten Tomatoes, just about.
Yeah.
The eyeball that's on the floor looks really terrible, and it's over the top. It's just dumb. I hate that.
Yeah.
The curse, and here's another part of the inconsistency, but the curse doesn't explain how he killed his parents and doesn't remember.
Yeah, it makes me think. I don't know if they mentioned it or not now that I think about it, but like it wasn't just the hand that got possessed in the previous killer. It was like a full body possession.
Yeah.
So maybe he was possessed, but like maybe he was so high that the demon got like just relegated to his hand or something.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, maybe the other guy was so lazy all over, like because Anton was saying that his other hand is active.
Yes, because
the other guy was just like laying around.
Changes the channel. Yeah.
Couldn't even be bothered to jerk off.
Oh wow.
You're inviting this guy into your house. He's covered in blood and repeatedly slapping himself in the face.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, he is shy. Maybe she thought he had Tourette's or something.
Yeah, but still, like, covered in blood Tourette's? I haven't heard of that one.
Covered in
blood. The inconsistency of the power of the hand drives me insane, which I stole and used. He's planning to bury everyone and ignore that they're dead. He's not going to turn himself in. Never even he just has that thought until like later.
He just goes back to watching like Massive Attack music videos or whatever.
Yeah, it's outrageous. Okay, so I put little check marks next to things that I wanted to give them credit for. I already gave them credit for the dog joke. But here's another one I liked. Zombies because they were too lazy to follow the light.
Yeah, that got
it was like really far.
They're like, we heard the sirens singing. We were just like, let's fuck it.
It's far away.
Yeah.
Of course, the cop kids don't get backup because they want to save the day, and because they don't get backup, the story is allowed to continue.
Yeah.
Why would the hand agree to knit? I kind of said that already.
Well, I chalked it up as if it's offered a distraction, it will like just kind of like succumb to the monotony of it because
I guess
it does end up becoming aware again and using the crocheting needle or the knitting needle as a weapon.
Yeah, fair. Tasers don't do that. They do not.
No, they do not.
They do not make your face explode like that or whatever. He's not acting like he cut his hand off and that he killed his parents at all.
Yeah. Speaking to, do you have anything about the cauterizing?
I don't have anything about that, no.
Okay, so immediately after cutting his hand off, which was a spur of the moment type of deal, like did not have any planning or foresight, Seth Green's character had a clothing iron that was already plugged in, warmed up, and ready to go.
Yeah, very good point. You know that Anton wasn't ironing, so that meant his mom left it there for an entire week on, and
the water would have evaporated, so that doesn't even work.
Yeah, true. That wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. Good point. The CGI head looks terrible. The head, the head prop when it is actually him on like a table or whatever, looks good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when it's CGI, it looks really bad. I hate that the hand can fly. They open the microwave and it flies out the window.
It just blasts out like a rocket. Yeah.
Yeah. Why can it fly? Guy called Vivica A. Fox, and that's Randy. Randy called Vivica A. Fox Foxy, and I was wondering if that was. Also felt, and I don't know if you're getting that undertone, like it was a little bit racist. Like if she was a white chick, he never would have called her Foxy.
No, I think that's like, I think one of those like half racist like colloquialisms. I feel
yeah,
like it's not rooted in like racism, but like it's racism adjacent, I guess I would call it.
Yeah. Adjacent.
Adjacent, yes.
Yes, of course. And then Fox says back, not immediately, but at some point she says to Randy, "You got the barf breath," which
she does say that.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I will give them credit. The soundtrack is fucking awesome.
It is.
It's really good. I wrote this down, and it didn't make it to most offensive, but pulling off the principal's penis seems like a little much. And he doesn't. He can't tell that it's an actual hand crawling up his legs when he's on the phone with the phone sex operator. She gets him so hot that he feels like her fingers are starting at the ankles and crawling up his pants. I don't know. Give me a fucking break. What in the fuck is Druid time?
It's 6 minutes to midnight when it's 9 o'clock for Devon Sawa.
Yeah, what the fuck are we talking about?
But
that
here's
is not
the
a
funny
thing.
part.
It's just like a really dumb fucking thing they set up so
Here's
we had a 0 hour.
Yeah, but here's the funny part about that. At the point where she says there's 6 minutes left, there's like a half hour left in the movie.
I know. That was my next contention. There really is. There's like a solid 15 minutes before they save her.
And it's in real time too. It's not like in filmic time. So it's
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we said it already, but the singer of Offspring got scalped, which was fun. Exclamation mark. Faulty pipe logic, exclamation mark. They are in a giant industrial fan vent that starts in the gym and leads to a hallway. So they have a fan about the size of my kitchen above the hall in the high school for some reason. And it's big enough for two people, P-Nub and Mick, or whatever his name is, to crawl in side by side.
Okay, but like when his beer bottle got caught in the vent, that was funny, right?
No. Tanya was just annoying enough to deserve to die, apparently.
Yeah.
Because she was annoying and then she died and you're like, whatever. Why? Looks like you're... Okay, so I'm going to give them credit 3 times here. When Tanya dies, she gets shredded, right? By the giant fan. And Seth Green's character goes like, he says, looks like you're not getting any, which is a funny way to deal with that. And then he's like, he says, I'm not going through that much Tanya, which I also enjoyed. And then as they're crawling away, he goes, you can go back if you want to get a piece. Which it was like 3 in a row. I was like, wow, that's really good. Okay, they had 6 minutes to save Alba, and there's been much more time than that, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about Druid time. 6 minutes in Druid time. Who knows what that is? More of Alba's clothes come off, go figure.
Yeah.
So you can get a sneaky peeky at those cheekies.
I'm okay with it. Wait, how old was Jessica Alba?
In 99.
Yeah, it was. I want to make sure I'm not sounding like a creep.
Yeah. Well, they show her ass, so she better be.
She was exactly 18.
Wow. Okay.
When it came out. So okay, fair. I then yes, because I was 11 when that came out, so it's not even creepy because she was older than me.
Yeah, right. And
looking back at it, as an adult, looking back at it, she's still of a legal age, so it's also not creepy.
I mean, he got the hand high. How did it breathe? Just curious.
It's fun. It's a fun movie.
Very fun. So he becomes a good guy and switches the car off when he gets high, the hand. I think, and maybe this, I don't know, maybe Bob would have had this as the worst production now that I'm thinking about it, but I think that Anton should have died at the end. And I have a couple of reasons for that.
I wish he also died, but also didn't walk towards the light, and then him and P-Nub and Seth Green were just like chilling in his dead parents' house that was like now condemned, just like doing the same shit they always did.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I think that it would have tied the bow on it, because now you have to worry about like what the police are gonna do when they find out. I mean, he's gonna be caught.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty obvious to point to the kid who whose parents are dead and like his blood is all over the house. and his fingernail, residue and shit is in their bodies. They're going to get dug up, and the cops are going to be found, and he's going to go to jail forever.
And the other pile of bodies.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big problem. But also, is he at all complicit in the murders? Because I think he ought to be, because he wasn't going to turn himself in. He's not necessarily a moral character, so I'm not sure why he gets away kind of not scot-free. I mean, he's broken from neck down, and he's going to have to recover from that. But I don't think that's compensation enough for the murder of 6 people or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how liable he is for his hand doing that kind of stuff, but I mean, he does technically murder his family. So
yeah, and then he just smokes weed out of an asthma inhaler.
Yeah. And this girl that knows everything about that incident is cool with all this, and I just don't understand. He should have just died there in high school. He would have been able to get on like just fine, finding somebody else and remembering him forever, and that would have been the way to do it. I think. So, do you want to mention anything? Because it looks like I covered everything I have.
Yes. So you knocked the CGI, but I'm going to say the practical effects were actually pretty good.
Yeah. The makeup jobs were really good. I like the undead a lot.
To the tune of $25 million.
No kidding.
But also, I wonder where that money went, because I think Jessica Alba, I'm not sure where she was at in her trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Devon Sawa was like an he was in Casper. Final Destination came out a year later, I think. And he was in like
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was in like SLC Punk. So I'm not sure, like, they're still like child actors or former child actors, or like just about to be adult actors.
Yeah, Alba better not be a child actor in that one after what you said.
No, yeah, I'm not sure what like their pay scale is. I'm not sure how that worked back then.
I don't know.
Like, were they getting like $5 million for the movie? Or were they getting like 30,000?
Yeah, also, I don't know either. It
was also like the Offspring at the height of their popularity. That was the height of their
That's a big
success.
Guess. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if because Offspring, like, they're actually pretty cool with like doing shit like that pro bono. So I'm not sure if they took a huge payday, or if like all the money went into like the set design and like the makeup.
Erin was joking, and she said that the Offspring guy probably agreed to do it and stipulated that they had to have the hand kill him, because that just seems right,
I could see that, and he has like 3 PhDs, so it's only fitting that he get his brain ripped out.
Does he really? That's really impressive.
He wrote like a leading research paper on like RNA protein sequences in like HIV patients that like may very well lead to the cure for AIDS. He's a genius. He's a legit genius. He's also a pilot. He's one of those A types.
Yeah, he just like keeps going.
He writes like not. I mean, I'm a fan of the Offspring because they're like my first like. They're like, people had like Green Day as their gateway band for punk. The Offspring was mine, but like
they were mine too. Actually, I think.
I feel like he's one of those guys that just kind of like kills it, no matter what he does.
Yeah, whatever he's doing.
He's smarter than everybody.
Yeah.
I have respect for them, but I think they're kind of lame at the same time.
They are kind of, yeah, they do have some lameness for sure. I was way more into them when I was younger and more naive. Yeah. You want to mention anything else, or should we throw it to your Magic Marvel corner?
Let's get the Marvel over with, because I fucking hated that movie. I'm getting this is 2021 though, so we're very close.
We're almost there. Almost there.
We're gonna finish this segment before more new Marvel movies come out.
Oh.
And I'm debating whether or not we continue it, because I don't want to anymore.
Fair. We'll have to come up with an equally rad alternative.
Okay.
This is Rob's Magic Marvel Movie Corner.
He sounds so far away.
He used the Hard Ticket theme song for that.
Yeah, he did. Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Hard Ticket to Hawaii. All right, how big and bad is the big bad guy in this one?
It's like a 6-eyed, like, galaxy traversing mega guy thing.
he's like what, the size of the moon?
yeah, because like you towards the end you see like six dots, like 2 lines of 3 dots vertical. And like you're like, oh, is that like a weird like star? And like it zooms all the way into space. And it's just him standing there, like.
That's pretty lame.
Stupid.
Yeah, so we have to kill the moon.
We have to kill the moon. Again.
Yes.
Why does it always come back to killing the moon?
Number 2 for me. Are you annoyed by yet another attempt at a badass squad movie?
I don't think Marvel needs any more. I mean, like, I know there's probably dozens more in like the comic book like sector, but like in the world of cinema, it's like this is why I didn't want to get into Marvel. This is why like I was okay with Fast and Furious, but not okay with Marvel because it's like I don't need any more universes.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah, and included in those universes are badass squad ensembles.
Yes, and here's another one. Are they at all badass though?
They're a bunch of pussies. Like they're blindly following orders from like some unknown like thing.
Yeah.
That's like you need to like, you know, plant the seeds into like people's minds so they can develop like steam engines and like plows and like advance as a civilization because the objective is to like get population to a critical mass where it can become part of like this thing. Yeah. Am I doing a good job explaining this?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But like they're not allowed to interfere directly with humans, so like they're watching like the freaking like Spanish Inquisition like just like light people on fire and like no, we can't get involved. I'm like, yeah. You can. Just fucking start throwing haymakers, dude. What? Yeah. You've waited 500 years for further instructions and you haven't received any because there is no God, because God is dead because we killed him because he was invented by ourselves and then we stopped listening to him.
Yeah. You know? All right, Rob. I have one more question for you.
Yeah. Sure.
How was the guy that played Rob Stark in the movie? You know, I you know who I'm talking about? He's like the pretty boy Eternal dude. He's in. It could be. He's in Game of Thrones. I didn't see the movie, so I'm gonna real quick look it up and tell you who he played. He played Icarus. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard
Was
Madden,
he good?
Right?
Like it was good actor? Because I asked because I want good for him because I loved Game of Thrones, the show.
So you know, like the whole like myth of Icarus, right? He flew too close to the sun and like his waxed wings melt. So that's how he kills himself in the movie. He decides he has to sacrifice himself, and like he does like, you know, when they fly and their arms are just like next to them and they're just like
whipping.
Right. Yeah. And so he was doing that. He just like.
It's like if you had the Iron Man suit. If you had the Iron Man suit and you were in the train station like that, flying like that.
Like doing like a Naruto run into the sun.
All right, hey, that makes that ends the segment because we don't have Bob around because he's like, you know, sleeping or chaperoning or something, but he didn't tell us, so you know, whatever. Let's throw it to bad credit names.
Yeah. Do you think like John Travolta finally inspired him? He's just drowning dogs somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Just like holding it under until the bubbles stop, and then like moving on to the next one.
Oh man, he didn't survive that scene I want to do in the next movie I'm gonna film.
Yeah. This will never make its way into my screenplay. All right, back.
Hey, Colleen. Got a great ass.
So do you, Pilgrim. So do you, Pilgrim. So do you, Pilgrim.
Bad credit names.
Yeah, Pilgrim. Nice. The director's name is Rodman Flender. Yeah. Kyle Gass is in this. I didn't know that, but his name's Kyle Gass. So
I didn't. That's from Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I didn't. Huh. I don't remember seeing him.
I think the guy. I don't remember seeing him either. I think the guy that plays P-Nub his name is Jack Noseworthy. No. Steve Van Wormer.
Okay.
Portia Di Giovanni. Okay. So it's so Italian that I can't say it. Portia Di Giovanni. No. And then Jennifer Lung. Yeah. Whoa. That's it.
Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Di Giovanni sounds like one of those people that like, you know, like Portia Like they film like a TikTok going like, "Oh, Americans ask for ice in their water. What fucking idiots!"
Yeah,
You know,
one
like
of
I'm
those.
so Italian.
Yeah.
Like what do you need ice for? Because like, what's the point of a refreshing drink when you're eating 9 pounds of fettuccine alfredo?
Damn,
on
man.
a cobblestone street that probably smells like piss.
Tell us what makes you mad, man.
Yeah, all right. Anywho.
The results we have here: negative 29.6 for worst of its kind.
Oh,
my bad. Look at me, just jumping the gun again.
This one isn't from Hard Ticket though. I couldn't resist myself.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
But you can compare the movies.
Nice. Okay. Worse. Negative 29.6. Pitch. Bob won with a 2.5. Way to go, Bob. Very offensive. They threw out some really harsh language in this one. Dialogue. Yeah. How would you describe the dialogue in this?
Campy, fun, ethereal.
All right. I have enough.
It wasn't
the
great.
Worst production, inconsistent curse. Oh man, I forgot how to spell. Acting pretty good, honestly. I thought the acting was pretty good. What do you think?
It's like I was so excited about this movie for my writing gig. I did an op-ed on why I thought this movie was great. And I feel like even though it was a critical and commercial flop, they accomplished exactly what they set out to do. With this movie, it did not do well upon its release, but became a cult classic. I don't think they thought it was going to be a sleeper hit.
No, that's true. It's just like they also don't set out to lose money.
Yeah, but it could have been like a multi-picture deal, and they just like, all right, let's just get this one, let's just jam this one through, you know.
You got any demerits?
Yeah, most of what you said, as well as they never get weed smoking right.
That's true.
In movies.
That is true.
It's like I have an edible every night. I'm a pretty productive person. Yeah. I'm a present person. Sure. Too present to the point where life horrifies me.
Yeah, I get that.
And I don't know, like you don't have to be a stoner and a slacker.
No, that's
like,
true.
I feel like newer movies that highlight it's like egregious amounts of weed smoke, like they have characters that are a little more sharp, a little more aware. And I feel like this movie could have been served better by like having like the smart stoner. Like kind of going like, oh, I think here's what's happening.
Yeah.
So that's my demerit. Dumb stoners. A stone slacker trope. Yeah.
All right. Next week we are doing. Let me take a quick look. I don't have the live poll is over, I believe. So I'm just going to go into our archives real quick and see which one won.
Yeah.
All right. Archive. Last one was...
I know Urban Legend was like losing real bad.
I Still Know What You Did Last Summer got 32%. Urban Legend got 28, which means that one missed call got 40, and that's what we're going to do next week. Apparently, Bob thinks it's really bad. And hopefully he joins us next week to review it. The worst of the season so far is Idle Hands, and I'll do what I can to skew the numbers so that it wins again next week because I fucking hated it. And so did Bob, I think.
All right.
That's why his pitch was so funny.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, why don't you plug us and then send it back to Rob for the last word?
Sure. www.theworstmovieevermade.com. That's where you can engage with us on all fronts. You could listen to us on Spotify. You could listen to us on iTunes if you're one of those guys. You could find us on Instagram and TikTok. Bob, who is no longer with us for this very moment, but he'll be back. He does trailers every week to plug the movie. We do polls every week to select the following week's movie. We're on YouTube. Those go live every Sunday. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna watch what's it called again? When a Stranger
One
Calls?
Missed Call.
No, one missed call. And then I have Bob's last word actually loaded up on the soundboard.
Yeah,
You
I do.
hear it? It's in your voice though. It's weird.
I like dongs. That's what I get for passing it to you, I guess. Do we have a special play out this episode?
Oh yes, this is Vince Neil at his personal best. For those who are with us that actually watch Idle Hands, there is Motley Crue on the soundtrack. Shout out the devil. This is the recording from the '80s where like they made it sound like a good record, even though it's still really stupid. But this is footage from like a 2016 farewell tour, or this might have been after the reunion.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's Motley Crue in their current iteration performing "Shout at the Devil." So we'll see you guys next week, and we hope you enjoy this. There's lots of footage of like Nikki Sixx, like someone runs on stage and he grabs his bass to like hit them, but like the bass is still playing.
Oh no way!
So Mick Mars exited the band. Like, Mick Mars is the only member of Motley Crue on these reunion shows that actually played live. When he exited the band, because he has like the spinal, like his bones are like basically growing into each other, and like he's like legit handicapped, and he's like, I don't want to tour anymore. And like, we still want to tour, so they kicked him out and they cut him from like all the royalties and all the merch sales and all that stuff. So he went on blast and was just like, I'm the only one that in that band that played without a backing track.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even realize that. That's really funny. I can't believe they're all still alive.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. We love you. Sorry, Bob. Sorry you missed it.
All right, I'm going to kick Craig out of here.
Bye, Jelly School.
Bye, Jelly School.